Okay, so here we are on 1417. Here's the condition of your top roof. It's an old rubber roof that has not been maintenance. This is what I was telling you about on the phone call. The flashing has split. I'm going to show you all three different roofs, but I thought if you're fixing up the inside and the outside, you definitely want to be advised of what's going on up top. So here's your drain area. This area needs to be built up. That's not a huge deal, but what is the flashing is splitting. And it's just completely eroded here. So you need to reflash this, get the maximum life expectancy out of your roof. Once the flashing starts splitting, be advised. Like if you had an umbrella that looked like that, how dry do you think you would stay in a rainstorm? And honestly, it's cheaper and easier to maintenance your roof before you see a problem than it is to fix it after you see a problem. But here's the bird's eye view. So I'm going to show you all three roofs. You need to reflash the perimeter, throw some rubber in there, build that up, put a little patch over it, and coat this. Then I'm going to come down here and show you the other two. So here's the lower, same thing. The flashing is completely gone here. So this is a no-no. So yeah, you definitely have to reflash this. I mean, you're basically trapping water the way this is. And you need a little patch here. See this? But yeah, the flashing is given all the way across. And then you have this area by the chimney that needs just a quick piece of rubber on it. So, yeah, flash the perimeter again, down here as well. See this? This is a no-no. It's just usually the last thing that anybody thinks about is the roof. So there's that, and then let me show you what's going on down here. Same thing. This rubber is the same age as the rubber up top. So imagine, you know, once a tire starts showing steel treads, start splitting. So the real great thing about smooth rubber roofs is you can just coat them with aluminum coating or elastomeric or silicone. Let me show you this lower one, what's going on. All right, so here's the rear lower. First things first, that gutter needs to be repaired. That's not a huge deal. The problem is this stuff. You just need some, there's this stuff that's called a combination of mortar and silicone. It's called Mortar Flex. It's really cool. I use it for stuff like this. Pack this out and then reflash this area. See this? There's my hand for comparison. Need a couple of pieces of rubber in here to wrap this base. And then a new swath of rubber from here over to here, like a full run straight down. Because whoever did this did not know what they're doing. If it was up to me, I would tell you to redo the back roof. Not just because your flashings are split all the way around. They're just worn. They haven't been maintenance. All the way across here. You can see that it's split. But see this? This is called a bleed. This is the weld. It should go all the way across where the rubber is, and it's not, especially on these walls. So because there's no bleed, it's not one solid piece. They tried to build this area up, but they still didn't bleed it. So you're actually trapping water here. These counter flashing walls weren't put on right at all because this one's upside down. And what they were trying to do here with this metal, this was the wrong move because you actually trap water there. See how this one's falling down? It's allowing water to go behind it. You need some silicone around this window, where the window meets the capping. across this sill, up this side. But more importantly, yeah, this get a little factory farm there of mold because these seams are not done well. So this was either done by a do-it-yourselfer or somebody in a hurry. But this, you're supposed to see everywhere where rubber overlaps itself, and you don't see it here. Again, here's that same problem. They just actually wound up trapping water here. But yeah, there's no bleed on any of these pieces coming onto the other pieces, not to mention that one's upside down. The fact that that one's upside down tells us that this was either a do-it-yourselfer or someone who wasn't very familiar with what they were doing. You cannot put aluminum coating on a granulated material. What you can do is put a white elastomeric or a silicone on it, but I would not do either one of those. What I would recommend is reflash everything. What I would recommend, honestly, is to just redo the roof. Outside of redoing the roof, if that's not financially feasible with reflashing and maintaining the two upper roofs, is to reflash everything, put rubber in here where it's supposed to be, silicone that, do the silicone and mortar caulk right here, and then a full run of rubber from up here down 39 inches across, a full run straight down. That's the very minimum, because none of these where you're taking all that water are sealed. Not one of them. So I'll send this to you so you can see exactly why you're having the problems you are, and show you what to do to prevent water from coming in up there and down here where the flashing split everywhere. It's just due to age.